very pleasant weather today, so it's not so warm, and our discussion will took around 30 minutes, and the next part 45 minutes. So please stay with us. My name is Agata Rzędowska. I'm automotive journalist. I'm also judge in Women's Worldwide Car of the Year, and those guys here knows much more about automotive industry than I do. I only can ask some questions. So the stage is yours, and here is Szymon Mroczek, automotive software expert. This
Hi.
is the guy I thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to have friends out there. And Michał Ząbczyk, Forvia project engineer.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Both of you have very unique skills, and some time ago you were on this side. You were young students, and you were wondering what to do and how to build your career. So maybe we can start with you, Szymon. How it happened that you are here, and you can tell us more about projects like Lucid.
So yes, first question, how I got here. Definitely a lot of luck and some coincidences, I would say, because this is life. You never can plan ahead, like in a very detailed way. You just have some directions, have some ideas. So definitely, during my university studies, I was on the Warsaw University of Technology on the electrical drive division, and I somehow discovered software as a topic itself. So there was a lot of mechanical topics, electrical topics, and so on, and then I discovered a software topic, and moreover that you can apply software to control electronics, to control the drive, to control the battery, which appeared to be quite a fascinating thing, because then you have quite a complex device that you can control. It can also malfunction, so the control would not go as you want it, and then you have also nice effects. So then this is how it started, out of curiosity and some wish to explore complex topics, mostly.
It was 15 years ago, as I know.
15, 16, more or less, yes.
So when you start your career, it was completely different background, different paths and routes for automotive industry. There was no electric mobility, there was no alternative fuels, and there was not enough, I think, connectivity to have people like you on board.
Yes, that was definitely a completely different time than we have today, because like 15, 20 years ago, when I started my university, as you said, there was no electromobility topic at all, like globally, not only in Poland, but globally. Software was also quite, strange thing for automotive industry in many areas.
That time we had CD players on the most luxurious cars. There was no Bluetooth.
Yes, but to continue, most significantly was that the people at the university, my doctors and professors, they were also full of passion to move the knowledge to the younger generation, to supervise the people who wanted to develop themselves, because also not so many of them were of this type. And then with their support, everything was then possible, because they already were in the industry, they had the knowledge, experience, they just were able to guide the younger people into right direction, give them topics, give them challenges to overcome, discuss with them, and so on.
Okay, so Michał, how it started with you?
I started to study on University of Technology in Rzeszów, and during my study I never thought that I will work in automotive, so I just planning to work in a normal small company like it is usually in Poland, and after that I just Um, Before my graduation of Master of Engineer, I work on small company, but during this time I wasn't sure if I want to do what I was doing in this time. So I started to find new job, and during my searching, I found the Forvia, and before I didn't know what this company do, so I just researched what they doing and just tried to change my location and just started the job. And I started as appearance. After that, I was promoted to the CAD designer, and now I am a project engineer. So.
Did you have any mentor? Did you have someone to help you to understand what's going on in the market?
No, I usually just searching the information by myself, and yes, that's it. Everything what I'm done during this time, it was just by myself. So.
What about you, Szymon? Did you get any help during your career, and especially at the beginning? Did you have mentors?
Could you repeat? Interestingly, I had something that I could call today anti-mentors also, which was also very important, I would say, because also to see how not to do things is also an important knowledge. And this happened several times during my career. So I really appreciate that, because then you know how bad some designs can go if they are really bad, and what are the consequences. But apart from that, I met some people on my path who were like of more experience, and they wanted to share their knowledge, and that was definitely a very important step, right? Because they like, for me, many topics were like a discovery. For them, it was like, this is our day-to-day approach. We do it this way. We focus on quality, on measuring the quality in software, because this is many times forgotten, how to make sure that the quality inside the software really exists. And so that was really important to meet such people.
Thank you. Michał, you changed your place for living to work in Forvia, here
Yes.
near Warsaw. How was it easy for you to make the decision, or you were planning something different?
I think this kind of decision never is easy, because still you need, because you left your friends, you left your place which you know. So that's every time it's a difficult decision. But for me, I think it was easier, because I not from for now from Górujec, I not from Rzeszów where I studied, but I'm from Zamość, so small town in the east. So that's why I needed to change my living place. So, but this kind of decision is never easy. So.
Did you consider working outside Poland, abroad?
Of course, yes, every time, because my father is working in Norway, so I consider the Norway, German, even the England. But in the end, I tried to find good job in Poland. So because, in my opinion, most of the company in Poland just is like you just go to work and back. But the best option is to find the work where you can just improve yourself. So yes, for me, yes, just Forvia. That's why I started third year. But yes, this kind of decision is never easy. So.
Szymon, you work for Lucid, but staying in Poland.
Not only.
Yeah.
Yes, and the question is?
The question is that you can also build your career with a big company, very innovative startup, which is based outside Poland, but you work for them from here.
Well, yes, this is, I suppose, great thing, great opportunity. Also, it results from the approach of the company itself. They are based in California, which means, like most people, I would say, in the Silicon Valley, they have a completely global approach. If they do anything, they don't think about US or California. They think about global approach. So it means in the product design, in the selling of the product, in the sourcing of the components and sourcing of the talent. So they don't really care, I would say, where the talent is. They just search for the talent and then hire. They make it possible that the remote work is efficient. So we had like a remote test benches with a remote access, but also I had like tons of hardware shipped to Poland with some customs paid in really huge amounts, like thousands of dollars to be paid, and that was not a problem for them. So obviously from the funding point of view, they had a lot of money, so they could make it possible, but that was like, you need it, we send it, in two weeks you have it on your desk. So I had this huge Lightning controller for the vehicle on my desk, plus multiple other ECUs, plus some Ethernet and CAN interfaces to debug the hardware. So that was, that was possible with this approach.
So should we still say about Lucid that this is startup?
In a way, because if you are a company that produced like 10,000 vehicles, maybe 20,000 vehicles, this is like nothing compared to Tesla, BMW, or other companies, right? This is still a startup company.
So what do you do now?
As a job? So my recent project, because I'm mostly working as a freelancer, so my recent project is outside of electromobility, but inside the cybersecurity, because this is in automotive the next big thing, the cybersecurity, where the vehicles started to have FOTA, so firmware over-the-air capability. They have lots of infotainment which is connected to the cloud. Then you can get inside the vehicle easily and you can hack a lot, so the security topic is really, really important. Also, locally, you can also hack the vehicle really easily. I can mention Toyota and Land Rover cases where you just connect to the lamp and then you can start your vehicle. So the cybersecurity topic, like electromobility was a big thing for the last 10, 15 years. Then it's time also for cybersecurity topic. So it's also a big thing.
Thank you. Michał, you're now project engineer, and what is it about?
It's hard to say for me because I already started 2 months ago. So, but
what are the challenges for you?
The changes for me, yes, it's because before I was as CAD designer, I usually work. I prepared the documentation for the CAD models. I prepared the CAD models, modeling, develop the new design. So it's kind different before, but now it's more like leading the person. So for example, because I shouldn't do documentation or the CAD models by myself, but I should send this task for someone else. So I just need to manage with a small group of the people. For this moment, I also need to take care about the planning for the tools. I responsible for the contact with the supplier, and of course I am the part of team which needs to connect with the customer. So that's my usual day task.
Do you think that being a part of Formula Student Poland in a teamwork, you can get those skills you're using in your job?
Can you repeat, because I think Partially yes, because during my job you still need to cooperate with few person, more than few person usually. So like you like all of you using this communication during the preparing the bolids. So it's similar with the bigger company because still you have the group of people which you need to communicate. You need meet every day sometimes because the goal is to just prepare the complete product, so it's the similar. So
That's a different story than you have as a freelancer and remote work.
Yes, this is a different situation. Obviously, if you work remotely, you can still manage teams. There are managers who do it. Obviously, this is much more challenging, I would say, because if you can work with people face to face 8 hours a day, you see their struggles. They don't have to speak to you even. You see them, and you can help them somehow solve these problems. If you work remotely as a manager, then you have like a daily call for half an hour. You have 5 people, everyone is speaking for 5 minutes of each own topic. Then you see just this small bit, right? So it's definitely more difficult. But yes, it's also possible, it happens, right?
If you both could say something to our audience, to as a reflect or something you mentioned here, you watched here, you spoke with people. What it could be? Like we are a bit older, so listen carefully. What can we say?
Yeah, so from my point of view, I would say that definitely follow your passion. So try to understand what really drives you, and then try to really, within your passion, try to find companies that would really support you, which means also from the salary point of view, just like that. Also, value yourself, try to negotiate good salary also during the recruitment process. It will also help you, and so really don't settle for low level.
Michał?
I think I can say similar things because in the end you need all of you need to just focus on yourself and just find the company where you can develop yourself, because in the end everything depends of you. So it's similar things, because even if you for example the first company wouldn't be what you need, or just let's say low salary or etc., then you just need to go away and find a new one, and yes, and that's it.
Thank you. We still have 3 minutes. If there are any questions on the audience, we can ask them now. None? Okay. I will go.
So how the companies are looking for the Formula Student background knowledge in recruiting the possible new employees?
I mean, I'm not a recruiter, right? So I'm not like...
Yeah, but what do you think about it? How it can help us?
I definitely, like, when I was on university, there were no such events like that. But I participated in the individual program during my studies, so I participated to a specific labs where we created specific projects, new devices under the supervision of our professor, which led me to, first of all, gain additional knowledge because this adds to your experience. Plus, you can put it on CV. So if you participate in Formula Student, you can, in your CV, highlight what you did exactly, like some stuff from mechanical engineering, some stuff from electrical engineering, and so on. Plus, also, if you highlight your failures, because this is many times the best way to learn. I made this failure, I will remember that till end of my life and will never repeat it, right? So this is also important.
From the company point of view, when you come to the company, it's important to that's of course depends of the position which you applicate, because for example for the CAD designer is more like knowledge according the software, because for example for OEMs is the CATIA V5, and so you the important skills for CAD designer is to know the software and of course the CAD drawings, because in the end you need to prepare a correct CAD drawing. So that's the main point. But for example, product engineer is the different, because then you need to focus on more the assembly of few parts. So of course you need to know all the modeling, but it's more like management of all of the stuff. So that's of course everything depends of your position which you need to achieve. So
Was it the answer for your question? Thank you. So
I maybe can also add one story, because in one of my previous jobs I was actually also hiring people, so I had to screen multiple CVs, and we had CVs of people who just attended university, they just finished the studies, but they did not show any experience on the CV, like they did nothing additionally. But on the other hand, once we had one guy who came straight out of the university with a CV that he participated actually in some students club, and he studied really heavily some safety standards. So he came out of the university with a full knowledge of safety standards in automotive, and it was like, yes, we have a guy who just, we don't need to spend any time on learning him, on teaching him any stuff. He knows a lot already, and he was like hired in half an hour, just like that. And now his career went really in a good way. So yes, that's really, if you can show on CV that you participated in multiple additional topics, and Formula Student is one of these, then this is definitely a huge benefit.
thank you very much. Big applause for our panelists. Thank you.
Thanks.
thank you.
Szymon Mroczek, automotive software expert, and Michał Ząbczyk, Forvia project engineer. My name is Agata Rzędowska, and please stay with us 5 more minutes and we will start next panel. in automotive industry, and we have here on the stage Maciej Dryjański, AVL Polska. Big applause.
Hello.
Łukasz Kostrzewski, Suspension Technical Lead. Big applause.
Hello.
Daniel Szczepański, Trackside System Engineer. Big applause.
Hi, hello.
My name is Agata Rzędowska. So we have like different generations, different background, but on a stage and close to motorsport. So this time we will start with not the oldest one, but with the youngest. Yes. Daniel, your career is quite impressive. It is. But there was like this first point you thought that automotive industry and motorsport will be your future. Was it far ago? Was it obvious to start this job like that?
I think I always been interested in technologies, but I need to say that maybe the first time I felt that I want to do motorsport and automotive was when I was considering different faculties of Warsaw University of Technology. I saw a Formula student car, which was basically...
Which country?
It was in Warsaw. It was in the central plaza of Warsaw University of Technology at Polna Street. There was old car of the Formula student racing team from Warsaw University of Technology. We talked a little bit about this. I was very interested, and I decided, okay, this is what I want to do. So I applied to the Faculty of Automotive Engineering and Construction Machinery Equipment also. This is the faculty which is next to Narbutta Street, and I joined the team that time, and this is how it started.
How long does it take to be here from the beginning of the career?
I joined the team in 2017, so it will be 7 years already. Yeah.
And from your perspective, was there any chance to have it quicker or in a different way?
You need to be patient, I would say. Me and my teammates in our Formula student team, which was one of the first teams in Poland trying to build the electric car, we struggled a lot, we failed a lot, but we learned a lot. So it was very, very important to take some time to learn, to reconsider something, to build from the beginning some assumptions. So I think my Formula student journey took nearly 3 years, from the beginning to the last competition. And I think it was very good, not only for me, but the whole our organization to learn and develop in a pace that allowed us to build a car which we were proud of.
Okay, thank you. And for you, Łukasz, what was the start? And was it obvious to be in the automotive industry from the very beginning?
Yes, I was always aiming to have a unique job, and automotive and especially motorsport and high-performance cars are very unique because that's a not so common path after the studies. And I was aiming to feel that I'm growing in my future job. So I had quite high expectations, but you cannot focus on that too much. You need to use your opportunities that appears in between. So right after the studies, I joined Verkline company, which is actually also a sponsor of this event. They are here in Warsaw. I didn't expect that I might get this much knowledge out of this company that back in this 3 years ago was not so big, not so well known in the industry. But I met there a lot of interesting people with a lot of knowledge. Together we developed quite similar designs to what we are doing, what we did here in Formula Student. So I was able to use a lot of knowledge that I got here with my colleagues in Formula Student, and that's something that I think in the Polish automotive industry is unique, because there are no many similar companies in Poland. But after that, so it took me 1 year to actually get one of the dream jobs that I wanted to have.
Let's have a small period here. Spoiler alert is on your cap.
Sorry?
Spoiler alert, it's on your cap.
Yes.
What was the next step? But
Yeah. So right after Werkline, I got a job that I was trying to get actually already on the studies. There are many high performance cars in the world that I was dreaming of to be part of their team, and one of them, oh, that was me or not? I don't know. One of them was Koenigsegg. So I tried a few times to apply to them, including on the studies, but yeah, it took me 1 year. So right after the Werkline, I joined Koenigsegg as a mechanical design engineer. And to be honest with you, in this industry, which is motorsport and high performance cars, your daily basis job looks exactly as here in Formula Student. So you are responsible for the whole projects from concept up to the production. So I was very happy to be able to do that and use all the knowledge that I acquired here in Formula Student. And then I think that thanks to that experience in Formula Student and being part of it for over 4 years helped me also in getting the promotion to technical lead position.
I need to ask, did you meet Christian Koenigsegg himself?
Yeah, I think I'm talking with him maybe not every day, but every week, because if there is it's not only for technical lead position, but also for the engineer. If you are a senior engineer in such small company, maybe it's not, I wouldn't say small, but
Boutique.
But it's a startup still. So with such a flat structure, with not many management positions, you have a lot of opportunities to talk with such characters in the automotive industry. So even as a mechanical engineer, sometimes he just come by, ask you some questions, try to check what you are working on, give some of his feedback. At the end also, if you are doing new designs or new innovative solutions, he's the one that you are discussing with him, your ideas and getting approvals on that.
Okay, so we need to move a bit earlier. It is like beginning of the century, and Maciej Driański is starting his career. Was it obvious that you will work in the automotive industry?
I'm a good storyteller, yes. So I was born in a small city nearby to Lublin, and during the high school, I never think what I will do. And the idea came from my father to go to the electric faculty on the university to grab some know-how. And then I joined the Warsaw University of Technology on the electrical faculty, then choose the power electronics specialization with the electric power train domain, which was a good choice that time. But I never thought to be in the automotive. Yeah, that was really unexpected situation for me. I remember always the times that I look on the car, they were fancy, but that was somehow, you know, somewhere in Germany, some, I don't know, wisdom guys were girls were developing that. And I have never considered that because that was, you know, in Germany or in US or in France. That was that time still not in my mind to go there. Yeah? And then by an accident, I joined Impact. I can say so, Szymon, that that was Formula student of that time, but somebody pay us the money for this fun. Yeah? And I really appreciated that decision of Bartek Kras that he gave us the chance. Somebody gave the chance and the money to him to build up such kind of startups in 2005, 2004 they start. And that time there were no idea and naming even for such kind of company like startup that time. And we were building the car, electric one. Nobody of us knows how to do this. We were really young, we were really eager, we were at your age, and we were developing the car with the idea that this will be sold and this will be introduced to the production, and you know there will be thousands or hundreds of thousands of this car sold on the market. And that was the story. That was the beginning, yeah? So in the end, together with Szymon, we participate for 6 years in the Formula student event, and somebody pay us the money to learn because there were no people to learn us. And over the 6 years, we make a lot of mistakes. We make really a huge progress. On one hand side, we were obligated to develop the power electronics or some control system or run the electrical configuration, run the project, look for our money. On the other day, we were responsible to get the pizza and buy the new light bulbs because nobody was there. Yeah? And I remember as well that time once the new round came to the company, and next days we, instead of the old Asus computer, we get the new Lenovo brand supercomputers, which was like the top price on the website because we get the money, and that was really fun. And that was the story, yeah? That was the story how I jump into the small company, how I jump later on to the big company, which was Samsung SDI that time, when I was trying to gather the know-how and benchmark my knowledge and benchmark the processes from the big company. And you know what I discovered? The big companies were not better than we were. In some cases, we were much better on the technical level. We were much faster, we were more agile, and we can deliver a much valuable product to the customer in shorter time. But in the end, this big company gave as well the huge perspective on the globalized market with much better money flow behind it, with bigger capabilities. And then I joined the AVL. So on one hand side, I was, let's say, in the startup. On the other hand side, I was in the Korean huge company, which was worldwide recognized and was a tier 1 supplier of the battery cells, almost top 1 in the world. And at the other side, I joined the AVL because by accident, in some case, and I developed my career here for the last 9 years, being an engineering service provider, which is totally different kind of activity than working at the tier 1 or the OEM.
But when you were this young guy on the technical university, did you have any thoughts, any project for your life? And as you look on this, on your career today?
Yeah, you know, on the Warsaw University of Technology, I was applying for an internship, and I was responsible for the construction of the building from the electrical perspective. So I was doing in the AutoCAD the design of the wires for the lights and the electric plugs. And after 3 months, I said, no way, I will not do this for the next 40 years. I need to find out something more accurate for me and my character. And I always were looking for something which was connected to the electricity. So that was the direction which I would like to choose. And automotive came really by incident. I didn't expect that at all. As I mentioned, I was looking on the cars in the newspaper or in the magazines or in, you know, the production plants look fantastic, but in the end, yeah, how I can apply that job is somewhere in Germany. You know, this never came to my mind.
So, agile and patient and focus, those are three things you should do to start your career in the automotive industry. What do you think? This is the question for three of us.
So how to start the job in the automotive? So to give you an answer, the first topic, you already start the job in the automotive. And I will not say that only from the perspective that I see you here, but as well looking on Daniel's experience or the other guys. I mean, you already started, yeah? You are already there. It's not paid job, yeah? But in the end, you are there. Just continue. Yeah? Just look for a place which will be valuable for you, which will appreciate your experience and will give you a chance for the further development. Because you get the skills, come on, you get the motivation. Yeah? You are here, you spent, I don't know how many unslept nights over the last year. I don't know how much fails you make, how much progress you make over the last year. But comparing to the friends which are not together with you, but they are watching the Netflix or playing the Counter-Strike, you are already there, yeah? Just continue. As simple as that.
Daniel?
Yep. Automotive industry is quite huge, we need to say. Maciek is, let's say, the old-timer from the automotive industry, like the proper automotive industry, with the car manufacturing, with the challenges related with the design for manufacturing, with the high volumes. Łukasz is from supercars. I'm now currently doing more motorsport side of it, but the basic principles are the same here. So it's much easier to move from one branch of the automotive industry to the other one when you have this experience and this basic principles. So in my case, after Formula Student journey, I started to work for Vamtechnik company, which is not strictly automotive, but really close to automotive with applications like motorcycles, construction machinery equipment, and I was part of the team designing, developing battery systems for high volumes or medium volumes. And during weekends, I was doing trackside support for GT3 cars. So I was trying to gain as much experience from these different areas. But in my today's job, the experience from both are the important ones and are on the equal level for me. So I'm using the things that I learned from both positions or basically different environments and areas. And this is really important in motorsport industry, especially to have kind of a high level understanding of some things. Because we have people who are specializing in some particular cases like software developers, electronic developers, etc. But I believe that the complete engineer has more wide understanding of the topics going on around the cars. And it's really beneficial later for you to have this understanding on the proper level from every area related with the car or the battery systems.
Łukasz?
Yes, I agree with my colleagues on the left. And I think I will try to answer it then in a bit different way. Instead of describing the path, I would give you 2 tips. One of them is I feel that in Formula Student, a very important thing is to try to find good long-term friendships and trying to build a social network, which will always help you in the future. As you are here all together gathered with the same goal, you are from the same industry and you are trying to become part of the automotive industry. And you are here interfacing not only with your colleagues, but also with already people employed by the industry, with sponsors, with judges. So I would say the first thing is to make good relations with your colleagues. I didn't expect any time in during my studies that I will meet this many friends in my future jobs. In Werkline, 60% of engineers were from Formula Student. And in Koenigsegg, when I came for the first time to the office, I've seen so many familiar faces that I didn't know that they were working here. It was both from abroad and from Poland. Really from Poland, there is a big group of guys working on engineering in the office at Koenigsegg. So you should try to use this occasion, the opportunity that you are here together, and it will be very valuable thing in the future for you. And the other tip is a bit related. Thank you. But you can try to make it already now. Is that, I should be honest with you. I think everyone knows that both sponsors and judges are here to look for valuable people that might become in the future our colleagues in our companies. So try your best, perform well on the engineering event and on Dynamics, and I think that's the best occasion, the best opportunity to shorten your path to the automotive industry.
Thank you. And I appreciate that you said about those relations and networking. We were discussing this topic early in the morning with Maciej, that you should meet people to do things together. So this is a very nice part. We still have 3 minutes. Okay, Daniel?
I can share my experience, and I want to fully agree with Łukasz that the place where I am currently, it's because the people I met during my Formula Student journey. So I started working at WAM-Technik because our team had to design and manufacture a battery pack. So we found a company, which is just next to Warsaw, which is specializing in batteries, and that's how I met Jakub Zrenda, who is the judge at this event, for example. And after some time, he proposed me a job, and I started working at WAM-Technik. And during my time at WAM-Technik, we involved many people in our research and development team from Formula Student. Also partially, it's not always full-time. You can still do your studies, continue your project, like Formula Student project, and already have some experience from the industry. And this is how it works. And I fully agree with Łukasz that most of the sponsors and judges here are to meet the people which are clever and which can later be valuable part of the organization or R&D team. So use this opportunity, create a connection network here and between students, because maybe you will meet each other at some point after some time, but also with the older people here. So I fully agree that the Formula Student Society gives this, I would say, possibilities that can reach really, really far, not only in automotive.
Thank you. Maciej, you would like to add something? Why not?
I shall recruit right now. Yeah?
Okay, we still have, let's say, 2 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Okay, So thank you very much. Big applause for our panelists. And once again, Łukasz Kostrzewski, Suspension Technical Lead, Daniel Szczepański, Trackside System Engineer, Maciej Dryjański, AVL Polska, and Agata Rzędowska.
Szybko, szybko!